Hey everyone, it's Ashley Gilligan, Independent Manager with Pink Zebra, and today I just wanted to sit down and share with you how I follow up with my customers, how I keep all that organized, as well as all the forms I use to do that. So these are going to be customers that I have taken outside orders from, people that I've sent samples to. This might also be sales from vendor shows, as well as people that have placed orders within a party. So here in just a second, I'm going to show you guys all the forms I use and my little handy file box where I keep everything organized. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to show you is the forms, and then I'm going to get on showing you how I actually organize everything and keep track. So the first form is going to be the most available to you. That is your Pink Zebra. It's just the official order form that you order from back office as a consultant order. These are obviously the best to use during a party, but I will say that I have a different form I use to keep track of orders that are not within a party, because these cost money. These are $5 for 25, or is it 50? 5 for 50, I think it is. But still, they cost money, and I don't want to have to keep forking over money if I don't have to, because I'm in this business to make money, obviously. So you'll notice on my order form, and I do this to all of my order forms, whether it's a party or not, is I actually highlight a lot of different areas. So when you take an order for someone using an order form, especially at a party, you want to make sure that it is filled out to completion. So to help people understand the information I need from them, I just highlight. So the name, the address, and then the phone number and the email are crucial, because you want to take this information and put it into back office on your ZebraNet, so you can, get those promotional emails being sent to your customer, and it's just nice to have contact information when you are going to follow up. And then you'll notice here, the fourth line on my order form is highlighted, and I think I've talked about this in another video, my line 4 incentive. Basically what that is on all of my order forms, and anytime I take an order from someone, outside of a party, if they buy 3 items at full price, they get the 4th item for a percentage off. I do 15%. You can choose to do whatever percent you want. But I just like to do 15%, because that gives people to maybe purchase a warmer or a shade that they would not have, originally ordered if it didn't have a discount. So I just like to do that. It's just a nice incentive. So the second form that I use is an outside order form. This is going to be something like if someone gives me a call and says, "Hey Ashley, I need to order 14 cartons of Oak and Bourbon." I actually got a call about that the other day from this lady here. This lady called me and said she needed 14 cartons of Oak and Bourbon. I have no idea why, but her total came out to $392. So I took down all of her information. I got her address. I got her email. She has the funniest email, BettyWhiteIsABeast@gmail.com. How clever is that? Betty White definitely is a beast. I love that lady. Obviously, this was not a real order, but this is just an order that I may have gotten, well, actually, probably not, because I've never got a 14 carton order, but I just like to fill it out to completion. I have the date nice and big on there, and when I go to file this away in my file follow-up box that I'm going to show you in a second, I've got the date right on there. Normally, I will write, her entire total with the tax and shipping and everything like that, but I forgot to do that on this. But you get the point there. Third form I have is the form I use, or the paper that I use to keep track of samples. I like to keep things nice and simple. So for this, I just have name, address, date sent, and then I have a nice big space here to write any notes. So if I want to jot down the phone number or the email, or even the sample that I sent to them, like if I sent them a sample of fresh juicy pineapple, I would put that in the spot there. And yes, that's what I normally do there. Now, another tip that I had about these is when you're doing a Facebook party, I always send samples before the party actually begins. So before the interaction portion of the party, once your hostess has invited all of her guests, I always make a post for samples, because I want to send samples before the party actually starts. So in that case, what I will do is I will write the name, say, Sharon is having a party. I would put Sharon's Facebook party and put the date of her party. And then all of Sharon's friends from that party event on Facebook that requested a sample, I would just have on 1 or 2 or 3 forms, however many it takes to fill up her party list, and I would just staple it together. That way it's all together, and I know, okay, this is for Sharon's party. So that's this form. And then last but not least, is the forms that I keep on the table at my vendor shows. So this is what they look like, and I keep them on a pink clipboard with an ink pen sitting there. Now, a lot of people use forms similar to this for like giveaways at their table or whatever. I don't do giveaways anymore. I find them to be a waste of time and energy and money. I don't do them anymore, but what I use these for are follow-up slips. So, for instance, I've got a few here from my most recent show, and on the flip side of this, I have all her contact information, and then on the back, I wrote what she purchased. And it's really sloppy because I just kind of slop it on there as I am, making the sale, but I wrote air care, $10. So this is a great way to not only collect information, but it's also a great way to keep track of what you sold and what you sold it for. I know when I do vendor shows, I'm always anxious to find out how much money I've made at that show, and I'm also curious to see what some of my best sellers are based on what has sold at shows. So it's a good way to keep track of that, and having them fill out the entire portion of this, allows you the opportunity to then go home and enter all that information into ZebraNet. And then I have a spot down here that says I'm interested in. So it says hosting a party, hosting a fundraiser, and then I put in parentheses, earn 40% commission, becoming a consultant, or sprinkle bar for an event. So then what I like to do after my vendor show is I will go home and I will go through the little stack or whatever of these that I have, and I'll find out, if anybody was interested in any of that, and then I will follow up with them specifically about that. This lady here that bought the air care, she did not check off anything there, but I would obviously still follow up with her about the air care sprinkles that she bought, just to make sure that she's still loving them. And obviously if she wants to place another order, she would probably tell me at that time too. So those are the forms that I use. And right here next to me, I have this big file box. And so this is how I keep track of all of my orders. This thing is pretty huge. It's only about, I'd say 12 or 13, maybe 14 inches wide, and it's probably a good foot tall. So I keep this in my office back here on top of the deep freeze so it's accessible. And what I do in here is I have all of my months categorized. So I think this one starts, it starts in May, because this was May 2015 when I joined, and then it goes on to all of the dates from there. I have yet to do a 2017 one, but I think I might recycle these or something. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I'm trying to get better about that was not supposed to happen. So I'm just going to leave that off of there because it was in the way anyway. It's just on some hinges in the back. So the way that I use this is basically, okay, so starting in May, I'm just going to show you. May 2015, these are the parties that I had. So I'm not going to show you the fronts because it has people's information. But I had my launch party and then I had my friend's party. So for my launch party, I have a stack of order forms, and I stapled a bunch of order forms together, and then I wrote on a little piece of paper, launch party, and I stuck it to that. So that way I know it's for the launch party. And then my friend Kayla hosted a party with me that same month, and so on her order form, it says Kayla home, because she had a home party. So then what I do is I stick it in the appropriate month. So that was May when I first joined. I will put it in May's little file. So then once like June or July rolls around, but preferably June, but let's be honest, I don't always do this. So you should be doing it like a month later or a few weeks later. When June rolls around, you're going to go back to May and you're going to pull open all of your order forms and you're going to follow up with these people. So once you've followed up with them, you can leave it in that specific month, or you can bump it up to the next month. That way the next month you can go back and follow up. It's whatever you want to do. This is just what I've found to be the most easiest. I've got some in here, have actually a huge stack of order forms that I have yet to file. So I need to go through and do that. That way I can make sure I'm following up with those people, but those were for like the fall. So I need to do that soon. So this is the little box. Did I say where I got this? I got this from Staples, and it wasn't super expensive. I think it was maybe around like $10 or something. But I know you can get them at Walmart or Target or wherever you shop. But I found this one at Staples, and I also found the file folders at Staples. I've noticed that file folders are so expensive. Like seriously, I sound like a cheapo right now, but you have to like spend a good amount of money to get file folders like this. Because this one you have to use the hanging file folders. And I want to say like I spent $20 for them. They were really expensive. But it's a tax deduction, and it's good to have. It's good to keep organized within your Pink Zebra business. I feel like, trying to think if I have anything else to share about this. I don't think that I do, other than maybe where I keep these after I have a party. So, or not a party, an event. So when I'm at an event, and if someone fills one of these out, or if I fill one of these out, I will either keep it in like an empty carton, or I have these little white lunch paper sacks or whatever that I'll just stick it in and then just take it home and follow up with everyone. So that is the video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did like this video, make sure to hit the thumbs up button. It really helps me out and lets me know that you like these type of videos. Make sure to hit the subscribe button if you are new, and comment below if you have any suggestions for me or anybody else about keeping up with your follow-up system. I did not come up with this, so I'm not going to take the full credit for it. I actually found it from a Scentsy consultant. I've learned a lot of things from other consultants with other direct sales companies, but I found an amazing Scentsy consultant who did something similar to this, so I decided to put my own twist on it and kind of follow in her direction of that. So thank you so much for watching. I will talk to you guys in my next video. I have tons of fun ideas coming up and a few like series videos and stuff like that. So stay tuned for that, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. See ya. Bye guys. Have a great day.